Well, hello from a very cold and a very snowy Detroit, where I'm here for the Pistons-Celtics matchup on Monday, the 1-2 matchup in the Eastern Conference. Maybe the most unlikely of 1-2 matchups before the start of the season. We're going to talk more about Detroit a little bit later in the week. The Pistons, number 1 in the East, second team in the league to get to 30 wins, and maybe a team with some interesting decisions to make before this February 5th trade deadline. But today, we're going to focus on the New York Knicks, who have fallen on some pretty hard times as of late. The Knicks are 2-8 over their last 10 games. They're still sitting in third place in the Eastern Conference, but they're just 2 games ahead of Orlando for that number 7 seed. That is play-in territory, and that is not a territory that the Knicks want to be in. You have some very obvious friction between Karl-Anthony Towns and Mike Brown. Mikal Bridges has disappeared in a lot of fourth quarters of recent games. The defensive numbers have been pretty ugly. Over the last 10 games, the Knicks are 29th in the NBA in defensive rating. That's just ahead of Utah in that category. Teams are shooting around 39% from three against the Knicks. That's bottom 5 as well. The offense has not been much better. The Knicks are bottom 3rd in the NBA in most offensive categories. So really nothing has gone well for the Knicks since right around January 1st. So are the Knicks thinking about taking a big swing? With the caveat that a lot can change should the Bucks make Giannis Antetokounmpo available. The answer from what I'm told is no. The Knicks are not looking to do a deal involving Karl-Anthony Towns. They're not looking to do a deal involving Mikal Bridges. They are frankly not looking to do deals involving any of their core guys. And that includes, from what I'm told, Mitchell Robinson, who had some very interesting social media posts as of late, though I'm told that is just kind of Mitch being Mitch and has nothing to do or is no indication of a trade involving him that might be imminent. My sense is that the Knicks are going to try to ride this out with this group for the rest of the season and hope that their chemistry, their continuity, the fact that they were a conference finalist last year, that helps power them in the postseason. Mike Brown has come out and said he doesn't believe this team needs a rebuild. James Dolan, the owner, was on the radio recently saying he believes this team can make the finals. So I don't think the Knicks are looking to make any substantive changes with their core, which is not to say the Knicks aren't out there talking to teams and looking to make a deal. The 2 areas that I've been told that the Knicks are prioritizing over the next few weeks are ball handling and perimeter shooting. You've got Jordan Clarkson on the bench, who has not been productive as of late. He is sub 40% from the field in January, sub 30% from 3. Just been an inconsistent player for them. The Knicks, they don't have a ton of financial flexibility with this roster. They're bumping right up against that second apron, so they're not in a position to take more money back than they can send out, which limits their potential options. Some of the guys that the Knicks are willing to deal, Gershon Yabusele is another player that has not worked out. Offseason signing has not been part of the Knicks rotation. Pacome Dadier is someone that the Knicks are talking about. He's a young player on that roster with some potential. They're willing to deal him in a trade as well. There's a lot of league-wide interest in Deuce McBride, but there's also a lot of internal interest in New York in Deuce McBride, who's been a part of this team's rotation for a few years. And he's also under a very team-friendly contract. Makes around $4 million this year, around $4.5 million next year. That is a very valuable commodity for a contending team. So the Knicks are not looking to deal Deuce McBride. Some of the players the Knicks could be interested in over these next couple of weeks from talking to different league executives. Keon Ellis in Sacramento is someone that could generate some interest in New York. He's a 3-point shooter, good at coming off the bench. He's not someone the Kings have been shopping of late, but that's someone the Knicks, I think, could have their eye on. Jose Alvarado down in New Orleans, a very fiery point guard, someone that can come off the bench, make perimeter shots, get into your team, get into opponents defensively. That's another player that could fit what the Knicks are looking for. But those are the types of guys that the Knicks are targeting. Bench players, reserves, guys that can give them a spark from three-point range, guys who could help with some of that ball handling responsibilities. They still believe in the core of this team and that it can win the Eastern Conference if they just get through this tough stretch. But they are looking to nibble around the fringes, upgrade the roster in the 7, 8, 9 spots in that rotation, and they'll be aggressive in looking for those types of players over the next few weeks.